Method. Pre-test preparation. Before testing, there are some pre-test protocols that must be carried out. This includes a health screening questionnaire, informed consent, and ethical clearance, as well as a risk assessment. These are legal obligations in professional research, and each of these pre-test procedures were done and paperwork was filled out by the participants in this testing. A health screening is a questionnaire that asks questions related to your medical history and current condition of health. These questions might involve family medical history, the health of your heart, if you have any injuries, if you smoke, and many other health-related factors. A health screening is essential for ensuring the participants are fit and well to take part in the tests and to ensure it is safe for them to do so. If a participant does have a health-related issue, this doesn't necessarily mean they can't take part. It simply means the researcher is aware of the issue and has the correct safety measures in place to deal with it. For example, a participant may be asthmatic, so the researcher may ensure that they have an inhaler with them at all times. However, some conditions may hold too high of a risk for the study or research. Therefore, sometimes researchers may withdraw participants from the study as the health risk for the participant is too high. Henceforth, the health screening questionnaire is essential for ensuring and maximising the safety of participants. An informed consent must also be done before the test. This is to ensure the participant is aware of what they are required to do in the research and what the research is being used for. This also informs them that they have the right to withdraw at any stage. Informed consent not only protects the participant, but it also protects the researcher from any lawsuits. If participants try and take legal action against you, you have written evidence, in the form of informed consent, showing that they knew what they agreed to. Ethical clearance is also essential for research. BASES is the British Association of Sport and Exercise Science, so it would be the relevant one for ours. BASES produce a code of conduct for sports science practitioners and researchers. It outlines ethical and legal issues in health and safety guidelines. The overall process is that the researcher sends their intended research to BASES, who send it to an independent panel who will perform risk-benefit analysis, hopefully clearing it. There are set ethical principles for research on humans, including informed consent, benefits should outweigh risk, a right to withdraw, it should be conducted by scientifically qualified persons, and the protocol should be reviewed by an independent committee. There is an extensive set of ethical factors that are accounted for by ethical committees, and once you receive clearance from them, this means your research complies with the ethical principles and can go ahead. Risk assessments are also essential for ensuring the safety of participants. This outlines any potential risks of the activity and then ensures correct procedures are in place to deal with and minimise those risks. The risk assessment should be done a week before and then in the immediate hour at least before the exercise or research, just to ensure that all risks are covered. So you can see here we have a health screening here, informed consent, and the risk assessment records. After this pre-test preparation has been carried out, the research or testing itself can begin. So the two tests that we did in this research was the Queen's College STEP test and the multi-stage fitness test, and we were directly comparing the results of the two to check for reliability and validity. There are set protocols for both of these tests, and this is to ensure that results are accurate and reliable, as each test that is done would have been done the same way, making it fair and making it a direct comparison possible because the exact same protocol has been used. So the Queen's College STEP test protocols. Participants should have a 10-minute warm-up, and then the metronome should be set up and playing. For males, this metronome is 24 steps a minute, and for females, this is 22 steps per minute. The researcher should command go and start timing, and the participant should also start the test on the command word go. The step used should be 16.25 inches or 41.3 centimeters high. The researcher should ensure that the participant remains at the required pace throughout the entire test. And the researcher stops the participant after 3 minutes and then times 15 seconds. In this 15 seconds, the participant's heart rate is recorded. This heart rate is used to work out the participant's VO2 max. The Queen's College SEP test is a sub-maximal test, therefore they won't be working at their hardest, and it's all reliant on their heart rate at the end of the testing. The multi-stage fitness test. For this, again, you'd have a 10-minute warm-up. 20 metres should already be marked out, as this is the distance for the multi-stage fitness test that the participants will be running. When the CD begins and the first bleep sounds, participants should start the test. It is important to familiarise participants with the bleep so they know when to start. If the participant arrives at the end of the 20 metres before the bleep, they must wait for the beep and then resume running. The test requires participants to keep running the 20 metres up and down on the beeps. If the participant fails to keep within the pace and meet the line in time, they get 2 to 3 attempts to make the pace before they are told to drop out. The level and number of shuttles is recorded at the level that they drop out of. So each run is a shuttle. Each 20 metres is a shuttle. Normative data for the multi-stage fitness test can be seen above in Figure 4 and 5. You can use your scores against this normative data, or you can calculate VO2 max and compare your VO2 max to health norms and sport norms depending on the intention of the test for your participants. This normative data is based on the levels, so the levels achieved in the test. However, there is sometimes normative data based on the VO2 max that is calculated from these levels.